Moss knocks it down and tries the shot and scores the goal. Ernie Moss, 1-1. 16 minutes.
I'm very, very pleased with it. I'm actually proud that supporters could have a part to play in the creation of a piece of artwork to mark the 139 years at Saltergate.
Yes, I'm really pleased with how it's come out. To be honest, Peter's done such a good job championing the project. He's made my job quite easy, really. And I think together we've come up with a design that really is fitting for Saltergate, and I hope that the fans will relate to it and appreciate it.
It was a bit of a blank canvas. I think Mel came to it in the same way, that we didn't really know what we were going to come up with. It's just I hoped it would, have a fan's influence to it, that it would reflect the fact that the club had been saved by the fans, it had been first opened by fans, that more than anything, football clubs are the fans that are there year after year after year, and I think that has been realised.
Slightly different. There was going to be 2 trees in the space, and that's sort of what we've got such a small area. We wanted to do something that was quite fitting in a little area. There was going to be 2 trees planned, so we thought if we work with the trees and perhaps have something coming off each of the tree guards or tree grills, make them unique. So there was going to be another tree guard here, but there's a sewer underneath, so we couldn't put that tree in. But I still think it works really well, and I think it looks quite fitting in the space, and it's subtle and it's quite tasteful, I think.
I thought it would be nice to have a multimedia aspect to the artwork, to make it more than just a lump of stone or whatever we came up with. So it was agreed early on that we would try and do some films linked to it that would have QR codes, which are the sort of 3D barcodes on them, so that you can take a smartphone, point it at the ground, pick up the code, and it'll play a short film. And although there are films on there now, they are temporary, because as we move towards our 150th anniversary, we can actually work on those films as supporters, as a club, as a community, and come up with something that really marks our 150th anniversary and the 139 years of that was spent here. Each one of these images has a QR code on it. So, for example, this one here, which you recognise as the CFSS badge, actually goes through a film that tells you a little bit about fans' involvement at the club and the fact that the club is its fans. Well, each one's got a theme, so there's one about the club badges, there's one about the crowds, there's one about the big matches, and each one of those films starts from the actual image that's in the ground, tells you where that image came from, and tells you a little bit about crowds, about shirts, about our legends, about the fans and things like that. So each one's got a little bit of a story that we can expand on later.
Might just get in here, he has done, and Chesterfield